Be able to swing the ball out or check it down. But sometimes those guys are just not as comfortable catching the ball as they are running it.
And Frank's kick is good. And the opening drive for the Dolphins yields 3. And that field goal caps an 11-play drive.
That's a lot of offense to run to only get 3 points, but they'll take them. Anytime you can put anything on the board, you run to your sideline somewhat happy.
This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. They come out here in the eye. Breeze now on first down. Over the middle, and it's caught. Brandon Marshall. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. And 15 yards there on the catch and run.
Good throw, good catch, but I really like the route. The drag and being able to run away from defenders. Hard to stick with them for that long.
Yeah, better against man than zone, or?
Better against man, because now you're running away from someone, and you're not running into a defensive player in another zone.
And that's complete to the right side. It's Marshall. It'll go as a gain of 12. And that leads to a New York first down.
I like that one, partner. They go back-to-back with excellent gains. And really, it shouldn't be a surprise who they were throwing the ball to. He's their best guy.
Yeah, we knew that they would get him involved early. They're doubling down on getting him involved early.
Don't be surprised they'll come right back to him again. They haven't shown the propensity to be able to stop him.
In motion is the tight end, Graham. The play clock's running down. They run with a rookie. Here's Elliott. And that play will go nowhere. Losing yardage back near midfield at the 49. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be second down.
The defense won that play so fast that I think if the running back even had time to notice if anyone was there, it was just a blink of an eye, and there was a loss on the play.
Rifling one complete into the hands of Marshall. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a third down.
And when you're playing a quarterback with some experience and some moxie, you enter the danger zone when you decide to blitz him, because if he's able to diagnose as he did on that play, he can hurt you downfield.
He reads defenses so well, doesn't he?
He really does, and the best part about that play for him, I don't think that was his primary target.
I don't think so either.
I think he had the read, figured out where the blitz was coming from, and went to a secondary target for a really nice game.
And the line to gain here is the 37 on third down. So just a lone field goal in this first quarter of play. 3-0 is our score, and we'll be back to South Florida after this.
The NFL on EA Sports is brought to you by Head & Shoulders. Shoulders were made for greatness, not dandruff.
And the line to gain here is the 37 on third down. Now Breeze on third down. And left side here, it's Graham. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25.
Coaches always harp on the quarterback reading the defense and getting it to the open man. That's good recognition there. And how about what he did after the catch?
Yeah, hit your... Tight end, let him get some rack.
Yeah, when he gets moving, not many guys want to come over and put a hit on him, do they?
It's caught outright by Graham. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch.
There's a completion to the tight end, and I think that we're looking at something out of Central Casting, frankly.
Absolutely.
I mean,
size, the hands.
Speed. I mean, can flat out run. You put that whole package together, you light up the eyes of an offensive coordinator, don't you?
In the red zone this time. On play action, now Breeze. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a first down. Well done. Great footwork there, Charles, to dot the I, stay in bounds, get both feet in. He's probably thinking, though, man, I made a catch like that close to the end zone. I should have scored.
Yeah, there's always a regret when you're that close to the goal line. But let's go back to what you talked about before. Getting his feet down. Would you say dotting the I? I can cross the T as well.
And he is in. Touchdown, New York. Ezekiel Elliott, his 14th touchdown now on the year. And the Jets have taken the lead. Solid job up front. Really just a solid job all the way around to get that one in.
Yeah, that was well executed, wasn't it? Well blocked, well run. End result, 6 points.
Touchdown. And this is up and good to make it 7-3. So that one, an 8-play drive. It spans 75 yards. And the rookie Ezekiel Elliott able to finish it off with a touchdown run. Folk now set to boot it after his guys put 6 on the board. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Out comes the Dolphin offense now as they get set to take over here. And after the field goal last time, we'll see what they can get here. At least they got points out of the last drive, Charles.
I've never met an offensive coach that didn't want to drive to end with a kick. Most of them wanted to end with a PAT, right? In this case, a field goal, they'll take it way better than the alternative, which is a punt.
Yeah, but you met fan bases that wanted that weren't happy with that field goal.
I haven't met a fan base yet that wants to drive to end with a kick, other than the extra point. That's it. And he's the epitome of what we call the move tight end, a guy that you can line up anywhere, in the slot, out wide, in tight, doesn't really matter because he has such great skills. You want to utilize him in all aspects of your passing offense.
And there he was in the slot for the catch. Calling a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it second down.
Not a run that you're going to write home about, but still a good first down run. That's what an offense calls staying on schedule. 3 to 4 yards on first down, you're set up very well for the rest of the drive.
They run again with Ajayi. And he'll get it inside the 40 to the 39. It's a 9-yard gain, and it keeps the drive moving.
And that's a nice pickup of a first down on that second down run. And at that yardage gained, they can run that play on any down.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And a short gain there down to the 37-yard line. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8.
Tough day, tough sledding right there, and it's been that way the entire game. Not a whole lot of room to ramble for him.
Yeah, you're right. It's been that way all afternoon. Didn't get a whole lot better there. He'll try the air now with Tannehill. And Cameron has it over the middle. And they're able to get this one past the 30 down to the 25.
And after that completion, you can understand why so many teams in the league are emphasizing speed on defense at every position. The tight ends have created so many tough matchups now. If you can't run with a tight end as a linebacker, this is going to be the result every time.
And he'll get it down inside the 20 to the 18-yard line. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
This drive is turning into an extended one, and the guy carrying the ball, he's becoming more like a body blows guy. Every carry is putting some damage on the defense. So after a while, I'm not too sure how many guys are going to want to run up and tackle him.
And he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line. 9 yards on the play there, and it sets him up first and goal.
So many teams want to throw the ball in this situation nowadays, but I love watching a team that has enough confidence to go ahead in that situation. That's almost a tendency breaker.
2 minutes to play here in the first half. We'll come back to Miami after this. We remind you that coming up in 2 minutes' time, we'll hand you off to Orlando, where Larry Ridley will have highlights and analysis of this first half of action. So you heard the word. This is a neutral zone infraction.
Yeah, the defender wanted to try and get back after he had jumped, unable to do so.
Shift together here from the D-line. Here's Tannehill. Trying to lob it in there, but it's incomplete. Jordan Cameron is tight end, the intended receiver, and it's second down.
I hope I don't sound too rah-rah on that one, but that's the exact right throw. Either your receiver gets it or no one gets it. Give him a lot of credit for being really precise with it.
Got rid of it. No one got it. Tannehill. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Dolphins touchdown. Jordan Cameron, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Dolphins are going to jump back in front.
The big fella was the recipient there for that touchdown pass, and it seems like more and more the tight end is the guy you have to worry about most in the passing game.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. On the return, here's the dangerous Cordero Patterson. And he'll be out of bounds across the 25. New York set to take the field. And they're going to need another score. Got one last time, but still down here.
When you're playing catch-up, every possession becomes crucial, doesn't it? It's vital. Get back out on the field, punch it in the end zone again. They know it's not easy, but what they do have going for them, they did score the last time. They think they've got a good formula working.
And what about the defense?
Well, now you're just saying to yourself, okay, we gave up a score last time. What adjustments do we need to make to slow them down now and get the ball back for our own offense? Is it more pressure? Is it more zone? What do they have to do? They're trying to figure that out themselves.
We'll see if they can figure that out right here. So the offense has it 1st and 10. So there on that play, offensively, they were in the crossing route. Defense was in zone coverage. So as a former DB, how tough is it to defend that?
It's really difficult because your natural inclination is to chase the receiver and maybe leave your zone. So you have to have discipline in order to talk to your other coverage guys and let him know that that receiver's crossing from your zone to the next zone. He's coming your way. Make sure you have him. And then when the ball is actually thrown, secure the tackle. When they're moving on crossing routes, if you miss a tackle, it usually results in a big play.
And he is out of bounds inside the 30. 12 yards on the pickup. And the Jets are going to have a first down.
And there's another completion to the tight end. And let's face it, it is hard to overthrow a 6'6" target.
It is indeed. Quarterbacks like their speed guys. They like that huge 6'6" target that they've got in him.
They really do, and it reminds me of what one great tight end told me once. He told his quarterback, just make sure you throw it up there, you know, kind of like put up in the top shelf where the kids can't get it.
And they're going to speed things up here. On second down, Elliott. They give him 14 yards that time and a fresh set of downs. So good for the Buckeyes last year, and he's taken that from the college game, showing some glimpses of it here in the NFL.
How about his last season with Ohio State? Over 1,800 yards, only one game where he didn't get over 100. Remember, he demanded the ball from then on out. I think they listened to him, and they were smart to do so.
And now they're giving it to him here on the next level. It's a gain of a couple, and it'll be second and goal. And quickly, they get to the line. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Jets. Drew Brees. As the first half is winding down, and the Jets have once again taken the lead. So they're able to capture the lead here just before halftime.
And not only that, they get the ball to start the second half.
That's right.
This is almost like basketball down the stretch, right, where you get the 2-for-1 situation where you try and get 2 shots to your opponent's 1. In this situation, they got the touchdown. They'll get another shot at to start the second half.
Could be a big turnaround. And the D-line pinching together must be expecting the run. They come out here in the I. They'll begin the drive with a J. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up second down. So we've reached halftime with a bit. Well, we're going to let you off a little easy there, LR. Halftime interrupted, and we are ready to get to this third quarter. Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll take this across the 25, a couple extra yards, up to the 27-yard line. And New York set to take the field. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking to extend that lead.
And this is where I enjoy talking about one of my favorite subjects, tendency breakers, or counters, as I also like to call them. You've done things in a certain way in the first half, and they've had the ability to see what you've done. They're going to make their adjustments. So guess what? You adjust yourself and try and stay ahead of the pace because you are looking for some separation in this ball game.
The adjustment to the adjustment.
Without a doubt. Show them one thing, hit them with something else.
Second half starts with a carry by Elliott. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. It'll go as a gain of 12. And it's a first down for the Jets.
And that's a good sign right there as we start the third quarter. Because in the first half, not much space to run the football. And as we go into the half, we often think to ourselves, all right, what's the adjustment? What do they have to do? You know what a lot of the adjustments are? No adjustments. You know the game plan, been working on it all week. Maybe a little tweak here or there, a little bit better blocking, and now you're establishing the running game.
They keep on the ground with Elliott. And able to get a couple as he's across the 40 to the 41. A couple of Dolphins in on the stop.
We always like to talk about defense in terms of levels. First level defensive line, second level linebackers, third level defensive backs. On that run, that was what we call a first level run, and it was stopped by a second level player.
One man in the backfield, Elliott. Now a play fake. Breeze. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete. Eric Decker, the intended target, and it's third down.
Not too many things get to a quarterback of this magnitude, but I think it's safe to say that pressure can get to any quarterback.
Now, he's obviously a great franchise quarterback, but felt the pressure, threw it incomplete. From the gun on third down, Breeze. And Graham's got it, complete. And able to pick up the first across midfield to the 47. And a good quarterback facing zone coverage. If he has just a little bit of time to survey the scene, that's what's going to happen.
No doubt about it. If there's no pressure, he's going to continue to pick them apart because he'll have all that time to find someone open downfield. You can only cover for so long. So maybe they want to go to a zone blitz scheme, get a little bit more pressure. Remember when Carolina did that against Denver? They lost the game ultimately. They dropped the defensive end out, and he ended up with an interception in that game in Super Bowl 50. Maybe some sort of scheme like that to try and get more pressure at the passer.
5 yards left for the offense. It's second down. Marshall will be the lone receiver right. Another carry for the rookie Elliott. Not much there, maybe a couple as he's taken down at the 40. A couple of Dolphins in on the stop, and they're going to hurry back to the line now. Breeze looking to throw on 3rd and 2. And able to find Graham, complete. Face mask penalty, and Charles, you were a defender. You know sometimes in the heat of the moment, it's hard to keep your hands away from that face mask.
Sometimes you just get out of position as a defender when you're trying to make a tackle, so you end up flailing away, and your hand gets into the wrong spot.
Into the red zone, it's Breeze. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack.
It's interesting, partner, that most defenses try and guard the 35-yard line actively because they think the way kickers are nowadays, about a 52-yard field goal, they're kind of giving up points. But you get even deeper into territory, you get into the red zone, they're going to guard it even more, which means more pressure, more blitzing.
They get 16 out of that one, but they'll still need to convert on 3rd.
And another thing that makes a comeback route really effective is that oftentimes after you've made the initial move, receivers breaking away from the defensive back, and that makes it a really tough play to defend. A nice chunk of yardage picked up there.
This will be play number 8 here on the drive. It's 3rd and a yard. On 3rd and short, this is Janovich. Call it no gain that time, and they're going to be left looking up at a 4th and 1. He's going to go on 4th down. And he finds Jimmy Graham. 6 yards on the pickup, and the decision to go for it pays off. They've got a 1st and goal.
Well, the feel that I get on this is that they felt like 3 was just not going to be enough after getting this deep into their territory.
And, Charles, correct me if I'm wrong, but it didn't even look like they hesitated there. They knew they wanted to go for it.
That tells me that during the week, they were thinking about these situations, and they feel like maybe they're just the better team, and they want to go ahead and prove it conclusively.
Here's Breeze to throw. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete. Eric Decker was the intended receiver, and that'll bring up 2nd down. And a really long drive here, and it goes on and on. Maybe just a lack of concentration there as he couldn't haul it in.
And when you're going across the middle like that, you know, he's running that drag route, you are conscious of all the bodies and the traffic in there.
And this will be caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Jets. Eric Decker, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Jets find a way to stretch their lead. Well, that's about as quick of a passing touchdown as you'll ever see right there.
Everyone has a section in their playbook called the quick game. That was a super quick game. Out of the hands of the thrower, bam, right to the receiver, successfully for a touchdown.
How in-depth is that quick game part of the playbook?
It's pretty in-depth because people want the ball out of the hands of the quarterback into the playmaker's hands downfield as fast as possible. There are a lot of plays, a lot of options involved with that.
Now we take a glance at the offense as they work their way back out for their first possession of the second half. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned, because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve.
No gain on that run, and while this team is down, they're not out of it by any stretch of the imagination. Maybe you just have to think about different style of running in order to get this guy going.
Now it's Ajayi. And they're able to get this one across the 35. A nice pickup there of 11 yards, and it'll move the sticks.
Whenever we meet with coaches and they always talk about wanting to establish running the football, it's oftentimes with a good tight end who can control the line of scrimmage and the point of attack, and they're becoming harder to find because the colleges are giving us a whole lot of receiving tight ends, former wide receivers who can run, not necessarily block very well. In this case, though, we saw 2 tight ends on the field, both of them with the ability to block, and they ran the ball successfully behind that power set. Some runs are blocked so well, you almost forget that someone has to carry the ball to gain the yardage. The leverage by the offensive line to create space up front, really well done.
They'll try the air now with Tannehill. And he hits his target. It's Kenny Stills. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. So on that play, defense was in the zone. They ran a crossing route offensively, but the defense there, you got to be good with communication, don't you?
You certainly do, and it's not something that is really evident when you watch it on the screen. But everyone's talking, communicating, pointing, and it keeps you from chasing receivers because you have a specific zone you have to cover. When a receiver's in your zone and he crosses to another one, you got to let your guy know. They got a completion there, but I like the discipline they showed to stay in their proper areas and then make the tackle.
Back now in Miami. It's Dolphin football, but they trail here as we get set for the 4th.
Single, slop. Hey, you're on an island over there. You're on an island. Hey, 20.
On first down, Tannehill. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. It's a gain of 5 on the play, and it'll be second down.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
To throw on second down is Tannehill. They set up the screen to Ajayi. And he'll maybe get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. They'll lose a yard, and it brings up third. And that screen there on second down certainly didn't develop how they had hoped. Is that one they should have even tried, or is that one the quarterback sticks in his pocket?
I think the latter. I like what you said there, because trying is one thing. We can second-guess just about every call. But in this case, when you realize that it's broken down, just throw it at the feet of your intended receiver so that no one can pick it off, right? You don't have the ball tipped up in the air.
And he will take it in for a Dolphins touchdown. Devontae Parker, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Dolphins have got it back to a 1-score game.
I know these wide receivers are about flash and dash and high-flying plays, but a good number of them played running back at some point in their career, and that's how they finish off a lot of their big plays, run after the catch.
And this time he finishes off the big play in the end zone, surveying the field. That's caught at the 2, but he will not get in here. He's stopped up short of the goal line, and this will remain a 5-point game. A 5-point game now as here comes the kickoff. This will be fielded at the 8. Solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32-yard line. And here back onto the field comes Jimmy Graham. And this is how the game has trended for him numbers-wise. He's really picked it up. And I got to be honest, I don't know schematically. This is where I need you. What does the defense need to do to get back to that start that they had on him?
You've got to harass him early in his route. Right off the line of scrimmage, someone needs to be there. So it's not what we call a free release where he just gets into the route so easily. Because once he builds up momentum and speed, forget it, you're done. Knock him off of that, chip away at his timing, and then make sure you have a second person there in the vicinity as well. Too big and too strong usually for one person to handle.
A dump off to Forte. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. A solid gain of 15 yards, and the sticks move.
And a nice gain and a broken tackle along the way, and really we shouldn't be surprised, should we? That's what runners do, especially the best ones. They break tackles and gain extra yardage.
Throwing now is Breeze. They'll set up the screen to Elliott, and he'll be brought down at the 45-yard line. A good first down call as the screen play gets him 9.
They completed the screen, but one of the things you worry about is can the quarterback get rid of the ball before he's actually tackled? So your offensive linemen have to hold up the rushers a little bit because you want to make sure you keep your guys' jersey clean throughout the game.
Now Breeze. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. Boy, he came in off the edge so quickly there.
Look out, because that's exactly what it was being shouted by the offensive lineman to his quarterback because he had no chance to block him.
And on the outside, they're playing press coverage. And they've got an extra defensive back out there now on 3rd and 13. Breeze going to throw. And able to find Graham, complete. And he'll be marked down deep into Miami territory. It's a big play there for the Jets on 3rd. 41 yards. Fresh set of downs here.
Now, that play will end up on the highlights, and you'll see it all over the place. But what you won't see, the offensive line that bought the extra time, that allowed for the big completion downfield, those guys made that play possible.
It's a nice pickup of 12 yards, and it gives them a 1st and goal. Looking to speed things up here, going with some tempo. Now Elliott, and he is in. Touchdown, New York. Ezekiel Elliott with touchdown number 15 on the year and 2nd of the game. And the Jets are going to add on to their lead. Not only touchdown number 2 for him, but a big run to boot. However, still trailing.
Still trailing, but not because of his efforts. But he's playing really well, and I love his long speed there, right? Able to get out there and burst all the way to the end zone. And smart enough to keep the ball in his hands and get into the end zone for the touchdown. In 2016, on all levels of football, we're seeing guys drop it before the goal line. What's the rule, Brandon? Run into the goalpost.
That's right.
Before you drive the ball.
That.
There you go.
On 1st and 10, Tannehill. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. It's a pickup of 19. And the Dolphins are going to get a first down. A good start there on this fourth quarter drive. They need more of what we just saw.
Down a couple of scores. There's still time. All right, it's not like they're totally out of it, but they're going to need some big-time plays, chunk plays, explosive plays. They need yardage on each snap.
Ajayi hit. He lost the football, and it's scooped up by the Jets. And they will set up shop at their own 46-yard line.
Brandon, I don't want to violate any of our broadcasting rules by declaring a game over before it's over. But that one, that puts them in real jeopardy there.
Absolutely. It was a two-possession game. It is a two-possession game at this stage in the fourth. They needed points out of that drive.
And obviously now, no chance at all to get those points that they so desperately needed.
And this is one of those just 2 yards to go here on second down for the offense. From the gun, here's Tannehill. He's got time in the pocket. And that one got tipped, kind of threw everything off. It brings up third.
So much of this game is about leverage. We always talk about low man wins in the trenches. Well, it's like that in just about every position. And sometimes, if you lose that leverage and you're losing the battle, just jump up at the line of scrimmage and try and bat the ball away. And that's exactly what happened there.
3rd and 2, Tannehill. They dump off underneath to Ajayi. And he's going to have a first down as he's brought down at the 44-yard line. And a two-score game, obviously, every play, every third down, like we saw there, magnified, big pickup.
It was a huge pickup. What they really want, though, is to not even get to third down. They've got to maximize time and conserve as much as possible.
So the Dolphins have it as we welcome you back in. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. On first down, Tannehill. And caught by Cameron right side. And he'll get it down on the play to the 37. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch. And now it looks like they're going to be in the hurry-up. Throwing again is Tannehill. And he is going to lose yardage here. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. Throwing on third down, Tannehill. And incomplete here on third down. His tight end, Jordan Cameron, the intended target. And it brings up fourth down.
Normally, he's pretty reliable. Usually catches what's thrown to him. On that play, he simply dropped it.
Desperation time for Tannehill on fourth down. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And no, it's incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And the Jets are going to get the football back. Well, they had to take one final shot at the end zone, but now things are looking really bleak.
And I agree with that totally. You had to take the shot if they did score. You know, whether you call it a miracle or not, you line up, onside kick, get the ball back, throw one more in the end zone, who knows? Had to take the chance, just was unsuccessful.
They'll start the drive with Elliott. Now the Dolphins are going to take another timeout here. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this fourth quarter of play. And after the play on the ground, that brings up second down here. Bree's going to throw here. It's caught outright by Graham. It's an 8-yard pickup, and they'll be faced with a 3rd and inches.
Partner, it's a lot of fun watching the NFL now, isn't it? Because when the big fella runs routes, It used to be when we were kids, he'd run about 3 different routes, and that was it. Now he can run anything and catch the balls we just saw there.
And they'll let their fullback try and push the pile. And he's got the first down before being taken down at the 46. Looking to jam the receivers at the line here. Press coverage look defensively. Breeze now on first down. On the crossing route, he hits his man, Amari Cooper. And a nice gain of 21 yards. So Amari Cooper out of Northwestern High School in Miami making a nice play there.
And it's so funny that when I was going through the draft process when he came out of Alabama and was inquiring about him and his skills, they say it all began back in Miami. He really became a pro receiver at a young age because of his attention to detail and precision. But don't forget his athletic ability. That's what made that catch there.
And he did spend 1 year with Teddy Bridgewater as his quarterback there, so that helped back in high school. After the penalty, it's Elliott. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. 4 yards on the pickup. It'll be second down.
Some of the most unselfish players on any football team, defensive tackles, because we ask them to just eat up blocks, allow other people to make tackles. But when he can make a play himself, as we just saw there, that's a big day.
Second down following the run. Breeze is looking to throw. A dump off to Elliott. And they'll bring him down at the 18-yard line. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. They brought in an extra defensive back here, so probably not expecting a run on 3rd and 3.
A good call.
And able to find Decker. And he's in. Touchdown, Jets. Eric Decker with his second TD of the game, his 6th on the year. And the Jets find a way to stretch their lead.
And to me, that touchdown allows you to start grinning widely on your sideline. I think they pretty much locked this one away.
Yeah, that's the clincher, the proverbial icing on the cake, if you will. Folk now set to boot it after his guys put 6 on the board. This one fielded at the 5. And he'll take this across the 25, a couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line. And no press coverage here. They are backing off in the secondary.
Let's go. Hey, 380.
On 1st and 10, Tannehill. And Stills over the middle. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. Charles, we saw a lot of points go up in this one. Certainly defensively, stuff that they can look at on film, don't you think?
No doubt about it. And they've got to go back and check where the errors are, how they're going to fix them, and continue to get better at what they do. But they also need a little adjustment with their confidence. To give up that many points, even if you win a game, that can hurt you.
So for the Jets, the train just keeps rolling 9-0 now to start this campaign. And they'll return home next week to take on the LA Rams. Meanwhile, for the Dolphins, they drop back to 500 now at 4 up and 4 down. And they'll try to turn it around next week as they head down to San Diego for a matchup with the Chargers. So that'll do it. For my partner, Charles Davis, and the best darn crew in the industry, I'm Brandon Gaudin. This has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. And with that, we sign off from Miami.